Just real quickly, just wanted to come over and just sort of do like a pregame thing, pre-practice thing. First of all, I just want to, again, congratulate Coach Izzo and the basketball team on a Final Four appearance. This is their 7th. And I've said many, many times, really from when I got here in 2007, and we'd look across Munfield to the basketball arena, and you had an example of championships being won and a championship-type atmosphere and culture that existed there. And when you look at our basketball program, I think what you see is you see hard work, you see attention to detail, you see work ethic, you see all the different, the toughness aspect, the effort aspect, see all the different aspects, the intangibles, I think, that really go a lot of times, they go unspoken about until they come to fruition. But, my college coach way back when said stick to the plan. There's no question that there's a plan in place, and that plan is followed to the letter. And I think what you get after that is ultimate success. So it's a very exciting time for MSU. I had an opportunity to stop by Breslin the other night, and amazing what athletics can do and what team chemistry can do. But the emotion in that in Breslin that night from our students and from many of the fans, and I know a lot of you guys were there, was intense and very real, and it's something you try and capture, I think, on a day-to-day basis in what we do. Sometimes you're able to, sometimes you're not. So, this university, we continue to reach higher, whether it's football, basketball, whether it's women's tennis or volleyball or any of our sports. We continue to try and stretch and grow and reach higher every single day. So I want to wish them continued success, and we'll go from there. We had our third practice the other day, so we're going into our fourth today. We had a student clinic, which is the first time we've ever done that. That was done to try and continue to create passion, really. I talk to our players all the time about being fully engaged in the process, and I think sometimes you got to reach out and get your students to become fully engaged in terms of not just being there on game day, but getting to know each other. I'm talking about getting to know our football team personally, our coaches, being able to walk up to Coach Dantonio or any of our other coaches and just getting to know them as people. So we had about 200 people come out, and I thought they had a great experience, and we'll do that again, and we'll continue to build on that. And it's just another example of us trying to step forward and engage our people. Practice itself, first day in pads was on Saturday. Obviously the first padded practice, very spirited. We've got to learn how to carry our pads again. That's part of it. But we'll go live. We always do. A portion of the practice, and that's when you sort of see things for what they are. I think that's important that we recognize that fact and continue to build our program in that respect. We've always done it. A lot of very fast-paced practice, a lot of retention, a lot of things that are in. So, again, practice 4 will be today. We'll go 4 and 5. There'll be no full scrimmage this week. We'll take off the weekend to enjoy our basketball team success, and it was all in the plan, so that's a positive. Tailback situation, just going to work them and identify. Madre London was, I thought, solid. Gerald Holmes, solid. We'll work T.J. Harrell a little bit there. He was an outstanding tailback in high school. And then I think Gerald Owens has some big upside. He's got to get his weight down under 260. But we get to there, we'll be just fine. But he's a load. Our corner position, we've got guys with experience. And so we're working back and forth there to see who comes out on top there. But obviously you got to be able to play on the edges around here. And so we'll continue to move that in that direction. But I thought our first practice in pads was very good. Shorts are shorts. You find out a little bit about retention, but you're not moving to contact. Padded practices, you're moving to contact, and so there's going to be mistakes, but it was a good practice, good solid practice, and I know we'll have a good one today. So I'll take a couple questions and then get out. Just a couple though.
Mark,
yeah, Mike.
In the back on your left here. I think a photo tweeted of you greeting Tom when the team got back was retweeted hundreds of times. I think it's actually Jeff's picture. Are you aware of how much people love seeing you and Tom together? And obviously the success is something you're aware of that people like, but just, I guess, the power couple of East Lansing and how much people enjoy that?
I like being there. So, I think that, he and I are good friends. We've been good friends since before I became the head coach here. That tells you a lot about him, that he got to know me as an assistant in my days in the late 90s. And, that's been a relationship between our two families, not just between he and I, but between our two families that really has existed for a long period of time. So, it was overwhelming for me, too, seeing him have that kind of success when you know what a person goes through, because I've been with him throughout the season. So when he's had some struggles, and he's talked to me, or with vice versa, when I've had him, I've talked to him. There's a lot of the same things that we share together in terms of the experiences, at this level. But to see him ultimately come out on top like that, it's just fulfilling, very rewarding, not just for me personally, to see that. Great person.
Mark, two-part question. First, last year some of your defensive guys called Gerald Owens 3 yards, meaning it didn't matter where you hit him in the backfield, he always got 3. If he could get his weight down, is that something you can see as a major positive?
Yeah, I do. I really see him as, you could say he's just like a surge. He hit it, same situation the other day. He hit it, and, we've got some good players up front, but it was a 6-yard gain. But it was all moving the pile. So those are the type of things. He's a true freshman still at this point in time, so he'll be a redshirt freshman next year. But he's got a huge upside, no pun intended.
And then, haven't seen any updated depth chart, but did McGarrett come back to practice last week?
Yeah, we'll practice him on Saturday, and we'll sort of watch him, see how he moves forward. But he's not on probation or anything of that nature, so felt like it was. We've got things in place to square up the situation, but he's back in. Maybe temporary, but he's back in.
Mark, have you had any clarity yet at cornerback? I mean, what have you seen from the guys at that spot here early?
We've got guys. Arjun Calhoun is a guy that's got a lot of experience. He runs very well. He's big. He's got experience. Darian Hicks the same. We've seen a couple other guys that are starting to play. I think play better. Edmondson is playing. I thought he's had a good. You never know in shorts, but I thought he had a good padded practice the other day. I think he has an opportunity to step forward. So we'll just keep working. And Deontay Copeland is a true freshman, got a lot of upside. He plays very balanced, solid tackler, great ball skills, so he'll figure in the mix. And those are the 4 guys probably that are flipping around there. And Day Cox can also go out there and play. So, that's 5 guys. And then we recruited some outstanding guys. And we've got some other guys who are in the mix that they've got to, uplift their play a little bit.
Coach, did you mention Darian Hicks? Did I miss him in that?
Yeah, I said Darian.
Okay. Can you talk about the Bring 50 slogan that you've been throwing around here, and also you're kind of the master of the closed practice. Were you a little nervous having 200 people in there? Did you take cameras and stuff like that?
Yeah, we said no pictures, but we took pictures. I thought it was just a good experience. We wanted to reach out to our students, and I sort of feel like our students are closest in proximity to us, and they just got to walk across the street to the stadium at the spring game, and Bring 50 speaks to bringing 50,000 people to the spring game. I think that's something that this program needs to do. I think when you parallel basketball, and basketball hopefully will be a part of that celebration as well, but you've got a lot of different things going on that day with good weather, April 25th, and those type of things. So that's the goal. And I think, again, you always have to reach higher. You had 35 or 40 last year, whatever it was. And I just think we've got to continue to try and move forward in our program, and that's the next step.
Mark, I know it's easier to move a basketball team around than a football team, but they went to your Big Ten title game a couple years ago. Are you planning to get guys together at least, or is it just everyone's kind of on their own this weekend?
We've had a watch party every game through these last 3 games, so we make that available for our guys so they can come and watch the game together. and have some food and do those type of things. I wish we could get some tickets, and if you guys will all give up your tickets, I'll take 12 guys down there with me or so. But it's tough to find a ticket for this one, so that'll be difficult to do, I think.
Anything else for Coach?
Last question. Come on. Or third for Mike, one of the two.
Quiet.
Yeah.
The receivers, I know you mentioned Kings being back in the mix, but other than McGarrett, some other guys that are stepping up.
Yeah, throw him out of the mix. Been very, very. I think Dantonio Arnett's stepped forward. I think he's had 3 very good days of practice, catching the ball. He's got to do some other things, as far as lining up and things like that. But he's got skill. His skill level is showing. It's been exciting to watch. Medeiros is a big play type guy. A.J. Troop's been very, very solid. Another guy that can make plays down the field. He's a big body guy, can really run. And Burbage has been outstanding. R.J. Shelton is extremely solid and is another big play guy for us. So I feel very good about our wide receiver set right now. A.J. Sims is a guy that goes in there somewhat and, has made a couple plays. But those first guys that I talked about, you look out there and you can see that they're doing some things. They look good. They're very crisp. They know what they're doing. Alignments, those type of things. They caught the ball very, very efficiently.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Go.